Hello and welcome to the Forex Profit Alert for February 3rd. We are looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair first. This pair closed higher today. It is starting to move sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 82.40, possibly as low as 81.00. Look for some resistance around 82.15 and look for some support around 81.40. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair moved to the downside, pulled back. It's starting to move sideways as well. Look for it to potentially go as high as 139.09, possibly as low as 134.41. Look for some resistance around 138.75 and look for some support around 135.50. Now the pound US dollar pair, this pair closed down, did break previous session's high, moved much higher but closed lower. Looking for this pair to still be moving to the upside, potentially going as high as 163.57, possibly as low as 159.84. Look for some resistance around 162.75 and look for some support around 160.50. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed up, did create a swing trade opportunity. It's a good ways from the market though is the only thing. We are looking for this pair to continue overall moving sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.9579, possibly as low as 0.9335. Look for some resistance around 0.9525 and look for some support around 0.9395. Alright, well, as far as news announcements, we have the Canadian dollar releasing their net change in employment for January at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that things have dropped from 30.4K to 15.0K. The Canadian unemployment rate is being released as well for January at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that it's held at 7.6%. We also have the U.S. releasing their non-farm payroll at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time for January. Consensus on that shows that things have moved a little bit higher from 103K to 140K, showing an unemployment rate increase from 9.4% to 9.5%, which would of course be negative news for the U.S. dollar. We could see things turn around. Recently the dollar's gained in value to some degree over the past session or two. We could see this reverse very strong and very quick to the other side going against the US dollar if this number comes out greater than 9.5% as far as unemployment. Alright, as far as what I'm looking at during this next session, this swing trade opportunity in the US Swiss just is really too steep. I am looking for the Euro USD, and this one's fairly steep as well. But nonetheless, if you notice right where it would hit it, it's about 67 pips. Right, it also matches this line matches the low here, so we have some areas of support that if broken we could come down to this low, which matches up with this high. There we go. So you can see there's a little bit of a window there to grab some pips, and that window is about a 30 pip window, 30 to 32 pip window. If the market comes down like it did today, you know, moving a good almost 200 pips, we could see it blast through that very, very quickly. 200 pips would bring us all the way down into the 1.3436 range. I don't necessarily think that's going to occur, but what I do believe will happen is that we'll get a strong move to the downside, and then depending on the news, we could see it move higher, depending on if that news is good or bad. If it's good news, we could see it move strong to the downside. So keep an eye on this particular trade. Well, I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.